Ha ha ha. Hey there y'all. How's it going? Happy Thanksgiving. We made it. Hey, what I'm going to be making a video about is treating the bees and with oxalic acid. And the main thing about this is a better way to treat the bees, because the way we've been doing it in the summertime and stuff, we're not killing the mites. They're all staying in the brood. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about and go over. So, but anyways, what I got going here, I started this last December. There was 5 hives that I treated last December. I believe I had 10, maybe 12 here at my place, and the only ones that made it were the ones I treated in December. Yeah. I had a couple more hives make it down the road that I didn't treat, but you know, that one factor alone is enough for me to, along with the theory and everything that oxalic acid kills sporadic mites, those two things put together, I'm thinking this is going to be a near 100% success rate as far as the number of mites killed and the survivorship of your hives. It's going to be like the old days, you know. So here, let me show you how these hives are looking. And the reason why I'm picking now is a good time to really start digging into this is because of the weather we've been having. I did treat them once in October. So that's just been a month ago. And then, yep, the sun's gonna be in the way for me here. But yeah, you can tell these hives are all healthy, and they haven't, well, they went from last December till October. This one is definitely very strong. Just the sun is starting to, it's not shining on it hard now. So they're all going back into the hive. Just so you know, a little bit ago, it was banging like all these other ones. So, now that I lost my point I was trying to make, let's see. Last year I treated them. They went all summer. I done really good. I started off, let's see, I had the 5 hives, the 5 that I treated, make it through winter, and I was able to, you know, build those hives up. I went up to about 15 hives. I sold a few because, you know, with a full-time job and stuff, 10 hives, that's a good amount of hives to have. Just doing it part-time. And man, it's perfect to tinker with and figure things out, you know. You're seeing a lot of different things with 10 hives. So yeah, treated them last December. They haven't been treated till October. Now that the weather, I'll show you our weather pattern for November. We've had a pretty cold 2 weeks, I'd say, and I'm relatively sure that the queens have really cut back on laying brood. Now I'm not going to dig into the hives and check them or anything, just I'm going to go off the weather. And the reason why I say that is because I'm relatively sure, now I can't guarantee this, but if the bees are clustering up hard at like nighttime and stuff, I can't see the queen laying eggs. You know, if she is, it's going to be very, very minimal. And then when, you know, when the days are warming up to in the 40s, let's say 40 degrees, 45, each hive's going to be a little different. But they'll start to loosen up their cluster during the day. You know, they'll be all throughout the hive, exploring the inside of the hive and stuff. They might not be flying out much, but they will be in the hive looking around. And if you have a 10 frame hive, they're looking for more honey. You know what I mean? The cluster is going to move during those times. And that's why I got the 5-frame nukes. I always overwinter in 5 frames because now they don't have to do that sideways shift looking for food. Now it's just all straight up, unless they get to like softball size of a cluster. So, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and we'll get some data on the weather. I'm gonna get these guys treated right now. As far as the test goes, as far as figuring out how many mites die, I'm not gonna use an alcohol wash. And it's not because I don't agree with it or anything like that. It is a good way to test phoretic mites over the brood chamber, or on the wherever it is you're testing, actually, which typically it should be, you know, on the nurse bees, right? But I mean, who knows? Maybe they don't feel like they're you know, one day it's a little humid out and they just want to be on a drone instead of a nurse bee, right? So, anyways, I'm going to be using a sticky board. And a sticky board is definitely a very accurate, precise test because you're going to see every single mite that died. Guarantee it. In the whole entire hive. I better not guarantee that, because you might have a bee leave or two with a mite, and then the mite dies. But you get my drift, right? So, ooh, okay. I've been staying in their way a little bit too long. So, that's what we got cooking. Gonna treat the bees in a day or two. I'm gonna do a mite drop count using sticky boards, not the alcohol wash. And we're going to have a really good solid count of how many mites die. And we're going to go over this brood pattern. So I'll be back. Hey y'all. Hey, let's see, the other day I treated my hives. I have 3 hives that have sticky bottom boards. 1, 2, and 3. That's this very end one here, if you see that white deal. Just so you know which ones are which. The one all the way to the right, the one all the way to the left on this end of the stand, and then the first one on that stand. So, let's see. We'll check these sticky boards out real quick. I ain't gonna get into a complicated count. The other day when I treated them, it was Thanksgiving Day. Today is Sunday, so it's been 3 days. And let's just see what this looks like. All right, I'm seeing a number of mites already, and I didn't oil these boards. I'm going to for the next test. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna change this view on this camera to be in micro, like dead center there. I know that's one, but I'll be right back. Okay, let's see if this helps. Is that gonna focus? Okay, it focused. All right, that should be doing okay. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay, let's pull this board out here a little bit. See what we come across. Okay, this isn't extraordinary like I was hoping. I was hoping to see like 1,000, but I am seeing probably 150. And that was the average type of drop I would see in the summertime. Okay, so this is a good mite drop, but what that's telling me now, like you see all these, the bigger black spots, those are mites. And let's see if I can get this to focus better. You can't quite see, okay, some of them you can see their little legs sticking out and stuff. So, but yeah, I'm gonna just, as a rough guesstimate, I'm gonna say there's 150 mites here. I'm gonna clean this board today. And that's on this very end hive, right? Now here's the deal. Ah, look. All right, see that drone? Okay, I'm thinking that's the reason why this mite count is low. Okay, so 150 mites, to me, that's not a high mite count for this time of year, but it doesn't matter because the queen hasn't been cutting back that much on her brood. All right, now here's the next one. Let's see if it has any drones flying in and out of it. Okay, I'm not gonna sit here for long. Just if I notice any, I'll record them. But all right, here's the sticky board for this one. Okay, I'm not seeing a whole lot of mites on here either. I mean, it's a good mite drop, but it's not like 1,000 like I was hoping, you know. These cameras are kind of crazy nowadays, huh? Wow, it's so jumpy. But yeah, this looks like another 150 or so. Ah, this wind's crazy too. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's a lot of mites, but not like I was hoping. So to me, that's telling me that this hive is also not cutting back on brood yet. All right, last one. Okay, I'm not seeing any drones right off the bat. Okay. Yeah, this is more like it. All right. Okay, this one is telling me that this hive is definitely cut back on brood. All right. Now, what some people are calling a mite bomb, okay, look how many are on this one compared to the other two. Now you're seeing mites every square inch of this bottom board, you know. And I'm gonna say, you know, just guessing, looking at it, I'm gonna say there's 300 or 400 mites on this bottom board, maybe 500. And so this one I would fully expect to, like, if I would go into this hive, that this queen has really cut back quite a ways on her brood. Like it's going to be 1/4 of what it normally is. So, this is probably the most effective treatment I did on Thanksgiving Day. Although I did do them all, Just I don't have sticky boards on the other hive. So, but so now what that means, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean these boards, and then what's gonna happen, I'm gonna wait for another good weather period in December, and hopefully I'll wait until like mid to late December. Actually, if I can treat them on the winter solstice, I'm gonna do that, because that's the shortest day of the year. The queen is gonna know this. Hopefully that's gonna affect her laying pattern to where it's almost completely shut down, and I'll kill more mites that way. So the more phoretic the mites are, the more we're gonna kill. So, all right. Now, as far as like mite bombs go, you know, I don't doubt a bit that there is such a thing as a mite bomb, but I don't think that they happen very often. I think it's a very rare occasion. I believe what people have been seeing is just a drop in the brood size, a drop in brood production, a drop in capped brood, and that goes for drones and worker brood. So that's what, like when people are getting these high mite counts with the alcohol washes, it's not because there was, you know, they robbed out a hive, it's because the queen has cut back on her brood production. So, all right, hopefully, you know, people still keep getting to the bottom of this. We'll nail it down, and I'm really hoping I can get a chance to knock 100% of these mites out in like the next month, maybe even January if we have to. Here, like in December when I treat, I'm gonna expect this one to have a lot less mites on its board than these two, because I'm thinking these two still have a lot of brood in them. So, okay, well, y'all have a good one. See you, bye.